Good afternoon. My name is Chime Ezebalike. I'm here with my brother, Kenneth Goodluck-Basa, and Mr. Macpherson Olimini by my left. Gentlemen of the press, good afternoon. We address you today as citizens, indigents, and residents of Rivers State who feel a need to set records straight in the light of the goings in our state and who became victims due to no fault of ours. Even after our ordeal and when we thought we could return to normal life, only a week ago, one of us was called by a PDP leader in Obiakpo, Lawrence Amadi, to come and meet with some of their leaders. Upon further prodding, he said they were reaching out to us to persuade us to rewrite our story in order to implicate Right Honorable Edison Ehie as the sponsor or mastermind of the fire incident at the State House of Assembly complex, as a follow-up to former head of service George Nweke's press briefing in Abuja. This has prompted us to speak out as we do not want to be part of any nefarious act, especially after the torture we faced. For 6 to 8 months, we endured an unjust harrowing experience in the hands of security agencies and political actors. Our offense was because we refused to frame individuals, including the Chief of Staff to the Rivers State Government House, Right Honorable Edison Ehie, as masterminds behind the Rivers State House of Assembly inferno. Starting from December 2023, we, Chime Ezebalike, Kenneth Goodluck-Basa, Prince Lukman Oladele, and Macpherson Olimini, were individually and collectively subjected to arrest, intimidation, physical assault, and psychological torture. All of this happened between December 5th, 2023 and January 16th, 2024. At some point, we were offered bribes in exchange for our freedom, even though it was clear that we had committed no offense that warranted our being arrested and detained. 3 of us were known associates of Right Honorable Edison Ehie and Honorable Sukari Goodboy, while Macpherson was an unfortunate victim of mere proximity. Our ordeal began with the arbitrary arrest of Oladele Lukman on December 5th, 2023. On December 16th, 2023, Chime Ezebalike and Macpherson Olimini were violently apprehended at Obakere Junction along the East-West Road while returning from a funeral in a Kata village in Ahoda East local government area. On January 5th, 2024, Kenneth Basa was forcefully taken in GRA Port Harcourt by a convoy of no fewer than 6 Hilux vehicles. We were blindfolded and taken to the Federal Intelligence Response Team, FIB-IROT, along the Eastern Bypass in Port Harcourt, under the false pretense that the vehicle we were traveling with was stolen. It was later revealed that this was a ruse intended to force us into implicating Right Honorable Edison Ehie in 3 serious allegations, namely the murder of Supo, Bako, and Bashim. Secondly, an assassination attempt on Right Honorable Martins Ameule. And thirdly, the burning of the Rivers State House of Assembly complex. At the Federal Intelligence Response Team facility, multiple attempts were made to coerce us into making false confessions. We are denied access to our legal representation, and when permitted to write statements, we were stopped midway for not writing what they wanted, statements that falsely implicated Edison Ehie and others. In a particular distressing moment, Honorable Major Jack, a member of the Rivers State House of Assembly and an ally of Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, arrived in the company of a uniformed officer and personally pressured us to implicate the Chief of Staff to the Rivers State Government House. When we resisted and refused, they resorted to beatings, starvation, and psychological torture. Days later, Honorable Major Jack and former chairman of Ikwerre local government, Samuel Wanosike, returned, were offered money alongside promises of a fully paid trip to Ghana or any country of our choice with our families in exchange for implicating Edison Ehie and others, which we rejected all. On December 19, 2023, we were forcefully transferred to Abuja by road and arrived on December 20th to yet another round of inhumane treatment. Kenneth Basa, also subjected to a brutal experience in Port Harcourt, was later moved to Abuja, in his case, The same bribe of 200 million and a trip to Ghana for himself and his family was offered by Samuel Wanosuke, reportedly on the instruction of the FCT minister. Shockingly, security agents even instructed another detainee to identify Kenneth Basa as an arsonist in exchange for his own release. Kenneth Basa later identified this man, Donald Osiga, by his voice, the same individual, according to the late SP Bako's girlfriend, used to deliver food to the deceased. Confessed to Kenneth that he was pressured by the police to forcefully frame him. Due to deteriorating health, vomiting, high blood pressure, and fever, McPherson Olimini was released on January 16, 2024. Shortly after, other suspects were brought into custody on new unrelated allegations tied to the murder of SP Bako. Despite our innocence, the charges against us inexplicably grew from 3 to 7. We were remanded in Kuje Correctional Facility for 6 months. The case eventually transferred to the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt due to jurisdictional issues. Finally, in November 2024, after almost a year of suffering, the charges against us were dismissed. It was a silent admission of grave injustice we suffered. This press briefing is not just to tell our story. It is a call to action. No innocent youth of Rivers State should ever have to endure the torment we suffered. We speak today because others may not have the strength or support system to withstand what we just did. We believe that Nigeria remains the only country we have, and no Nigerian deserves to be tortured, humiliated, and hunted like we were. We demand justice to everyone. We call on every civil society, the media, and the justice-loving Nigerians to stand with us in ensuring that no political agenda or ever weaponizes the state security apparatus against innocent citizens. This country is bigger than any one of us, and all of us deserve to live in a country where no one is oppressed. Thank you, and God bless you.